What if I told you that the fight for Ghana's independence wasn't just led by men, but also by courageous women whose stories often go untold? Welcome you to the Dream Weavers historical segment, where we shine light on historical figures and events. We are still exploring Kwame Nkrumah's life and legacy. In the first two episodes, we discuss his early life and how Ghana gained independence, as well as his domestic policies. In this episode, instead, we are going to explore the untold stories of those amazing, courageous, fantastic women behind Ghanaian independence. Before we dive into their stories, let's test our knowledge with some questions. Are you ready? How many women, freedom fighters from Ghana's independence movement, can you name? Or can I name? Let's find out. Who founded the All Africa Women's League, which later became the Ghana Women's League? The correct answer is Cudjoe. She earned the nickname Dedei Ashikishan. The correct answer is Rebecca Nadide Aiti. To understand the contributions of these remarkable women, we first need to look at the global conditions that affected them during the colonial period. From the late 19th century to the mid-20th century, women faced immense challenges worldwide, often denied basic rights. In many parts of the globe, they couldn't vote, own property, or access education. Society, in fact, expected women to prioritize family responsibilities over personal growth. Colonial exploitation made things even worse. In fact, colonial governments forced women to work in difficult conditions for little pay, often exposing them to violence without legal protection. Despite these limitations, women began organizing for their rights, inspired by significant global movements for equality, such as the Seneca Falls Convention in the United States and the Representation of the People Act in the UK. In Ghana, known as the Gold Coast, during colonial times, British rule transformed many aspects of life for women. Economic changes favored men, making it difficult for women to gain economic independence, while education remained largely inaccessible to them. Yet, as the independence movement grew in the 1940s and 1950s, women began to assert their political presence. Organizations like the Ghana Women's Union emerged to advocate for women's rights, empowering female voices. Women actively participated in protest against colonial rule, as seen in the Accra riots of 1948, where their involvement showcased their determination to fight for their rights and contribute to the future of Ghana. Let's start with Rebecca Nadide Aiti, also known as Dedei Ashikishan. Born in 1923 in Usu, a vibrant neighborhood in Accra, Rebecca emerged as a prominent businesswoman, political activist, and feminist. Her early life might not be well documented, but her impact absolutely undeniable. Rebecca earned the nickname Dedei Ashikishan, meaning flour in the Ghana language, due to her thriving flour business. Her success in business made her one of the wealthiest women in Accra, and she wielded tremendous influence over the local economy. But her contributions didn't stop there. In fact, her influential success allowed her to become a vital supporter of Ghana's independence movement. A key ally of Kwame Nkrumah, Rebecca was a huge supporter of the Convention People's Party, also known as CPP. Through her leadership among market women, a powerful force in Ghana, I must confess. She played a crucial role in mobilizing grassroots support for Nkrumah's campaigns. Her activism was central to strengthening women's roles in the independence struggle. In recognition of her contributions, Rebecca's legacy is seen in various ways. The double-decker buses brought to Accra by Harry Sawyer were named after her, Auntie Dedei. And her image appears on Ghana's 50 Peswa coin, a tribute to her remarkable influence and contributions to the nation. Tragically, Rebecca's life ended suddenly in 1961 under mysterious circumstances. Her closeness to Kwame Nkrumah made her an enemy of rival political parties, which allegedly led to her early death. She died at a CPP function in Ho on the 22nd June 1961 at the age of 38. It was alleged that she was poisoned after complaining of stomach pains and taking a hot tea at the function. Yet her legacy thrives today, serving as a shining example of how market women, often overlooked, were pivotal in Ghana's political and economic development. Now let's turn to Hannah Cudjoe, a passionate activist who didn't just join the independence movement. In fact, she energized it. Born in Busia, a small fishing village in the Hunter West district of the Western region in Ghana, about 30 kilometers west of the regional capital, Sekindi Takrady. Hannah was the youngest in a large family during a time when many girls did not have the chance to go to school. Hannah was one of the few who did. She attended the Busia and Sekindi Methodist School, gaining an education that would set the stage for her future. After finishing school, she became a successful dressmaker in Takwa. She married J.C. Cudjoe. The marriage unfortunately ended, and she moved to live with her brother, a prominent activist in the United Gold Coast Convention, also known as the UGCC, a political party fighting for Ghana's independence from British colonial rule at that time. In 1947, Hannah's life took a pivotal turn when she met Kwame Nkrumah, who had just returned from studying abroad. Nkrumah, already a leader of the UGCC, took the time to talk with Hannah about the importance of women's involvement in politics. Inspired by his words, she joined the political movement for Ghana's independence. She began speaking to others in her community about the need for self-government and encouraged them to get involved in the fight for freedom. When the political leaders, also known as the Big Six, were arrested by the colonial government, Hannah played indeed a key role in raising funds and leading efforts to campaign for their release. As the UGCC split, Hannah made a crucial choice. She decided to follow Kwame Nkrumah and join the new party he formed, the Convention People's Party, also known as CPP. As an active participant in the Positive Action Campaign, which involved protest and civil disobedience, she worked tirelessly to push the independence movement ahead. As the National Propaganda Secretary of the CPP, Hannah traveled across Ghana, organizing rallies and spreading the message of independence. Her efforts helped to gain more support for the party and were crucial in securing Nkrumah's victory in the 1951 elections. When Ghana gained independence in 1957, Hannah's mission was far from over. She continued her work, especially in empowering women. she founded the All Africa Women's League, which later became the Ghana Women's League. She worked on programs to teach women important life skills like hygiene, childcare, and home management. In northern Ghana, she ran campaigns focused on providing clothing and promoting farming so that women could support themselves. Her work made a significant difference in improving the lives of many women, especially the ones in rural areas. In 1966, a military coup overthrew Nkrumah. Hannah stepped away from politics, but that didn't mean her dedication to helping others stopped. She continued her philanthropic work in northern Ghana, focusing on women and children through the 1970s and 1980s. Her commitment to social welfare and her compassion for those in need never wavered. Sadly, Hannah Cudjoe passed away on the 9th of March 1986 at the age of 67. Her death marked the end of a remarkable life that contributed so much to Ghana's independence and advancement of women's rights. Even after her passing, Hannah's legacy lives on. She will always be remembered as a strong and visionary leader whose work continues to inspire people across Ghana.